Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome. It is Friday night. And I need to put a little sticky note on this computer because again, I thought I was talking. I'm shouting everybody out. I'm saying hello, and nobody heard me. I wasn't live. I am actually live now. Oh my God. I have a different system here where I took um this one particular intro out of my computer and I was playing around with some things. And ever since then, well, it's only been twice. This is the second time, but that's when I did it the last time this happened. And I did that and and it doesn't send me live. So I'm going to have to put a little sticky note up so I can remember that. But in the meantime, I have Simply Taisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is Friday night. If you looked at the thumbnail and that title, we are talking about why dating in 2025 feels impossible. Now, it might not feel impossible to you, but I'm starting to feel like it's impossible to me. I don't know. We're going to talk about it though. So, if you're married or you're dating somebody, then you just help a sister out because I think I need it. First of all, let me just say hello to the people in the chat. We have, and get ready to chat it up, ladies. We have, and if there are any gentlemen out there, I told you guys I am working on a gentleman, and I do have a gentleman for something, but I don't know if I have him for this date night. He's doing something else for me. So yeah, we shall see. So we have Z, we have Delilah, hello, we have Taisha, I love how she says Deepalicious fam. I think that's so cute. We have Mail to the B, CCS. I love saying Operating Officer. That makes it sound like some serious business mail is going on here. And then Taisha said, I'm coming. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just talking to myself, and you always think like, you guys are so good. You talk in the chat and without even me being on here. So yeah, I'm just talking, thinking I'm talking to people. It's just so funny. Okay, we say Z. Z was the first one in here today. We have Nadia. Hey, Nadia. Hey, Dee Dee says Turtle Diaries. Hello, everyone else. Hope y'all are all well. She says, hola. I saw that thumbnail. I'm like, what's Dee Dee going through? Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Mia. How are you? King Darium is out there watching. Yeah, I told you, King Darium is watching. He's just not coming in here. He said he not fooling with y'all ladies, trying to get him on on this live saying stuff. Wait a second. Oh, this is so funny. All right, so King Darium's out there watching. Hey, Kat, how are you? Hey, Dee. It's Darium said, you right. Darium, we need you. We need a male perspective. We want to know what's up with these dudes. It's Darian said, good evening. I was just finishing up Dee Dee's year and wrap up video. Yes, yes, yes. So, I told you guys, I said I am going to do another video because that last week's live was blurry. And I don't know why it was. I mean, it's not the clearest. And I'm trying to see if I can, make it a little bit clear, but clearer than it is. But it's times when I look on it, it's really fuzzy, and then it's other times where it's still blurry, but it's not as blurry. So I don't know. But anyway, also, when I'm live, it's not really scripted, right? You're just talking. And so, I didn't really have my organized notes of hitting all the things that happened in the 1 year I wanted to talk about because I was making that video, right? Remember, I was making that video. That's why I had the shades on and doing all that. And then it just ran up until like the time I needed to go live. So anyway, I said all that to say I wanted to do it justice, right? I wanted to really talk about, everything related to my 1 year journey. So in this video, it's very thorough. I talk about, of course, my A1C and high blood pressure. I also talk about the side effects I've had, the cravings, my appetite when I titrated up. I give tips on, what helped me, stay successful, what helped me through the stalls, because there was times where I really wasn't losing and what I did to kickstart that back up. So I talk about it all. I talk about, give some tips on what you could do if you don't feel the need to not eat, you're not hungry. So I talk about all that. And then one thing I didn't talk about, because I'm going to talk about that in the video probably this weekend, is when I went to that doctor, and it's, a part of that doctor's visit that just was not all good. It was not all easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm going to talk about that because I'm trying to think of my plan of attack. With this news that I got. So, I just want to do it justice. I'm going to have my own separate video for it. And then when I come on Sunday, my goal is, because I have this interview to get out tomorrow, and my goal is to get that video out before I come live on Sunday. So it may be after. So if it's after, I won't talk about it till the video comes out. But if it's before, I'll talk about it. But I plan for that to be my focus on Wednesday, what this is. So I wonder if you guys can figure out what it is. I mean, it is, I was just shocked, to tell you the truth. But anyway, that'll be something we have to look forward to. With what's going on with that. So thank you, It's Darian, for watching that. I appreciate that. And here it is, my 1-year Manjaro results. I have the before and after. This is huge for me because I never show my whole body. Like, I never want to anyway. And so I did find some pictures that I could actually share of my whole body. Because remember, I told you guys, I don't really like to take whole body shots, at all. So I'm trying to get over that fear of doing that. I've gotten a little bit better. My daughter is all things fabulous when it comes to taking photos. She's the photo queen, so she's always snapping. So I just love that. I just love that. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let's see. Okay, Darian said that. Hey there, Diva community. Here, let's put that comment up there. I forgot. Haven't been putting the comments. Okay, so oh, you guys, you're so funny. Yeah, Simply Taisha was watching too. Oh, Jamisha, how are you? We saw the Turtle Diaries. She changed her name. Yeah, Mel is not playing. I just love that. I love that. I left a comment. I have been loquacious. Yeah, I'm in my loquacious era. Sorry in advance. Okay, the singing inspiration. All right, I think most of you guys are saying hello, hello, hello. So let's go with what we're talking about tonight. I always say when I come here, my mentality is I'm going to be here for maybe an hour or hour and a half, and then we end up on here 2 hours, and and I start yawning and getting tired. But I am really tired. I was up, just last night doing a bunch of editing and just doing a bunch of stuff, and so. I need to make up on that sleep. So I told my daughter, we can sleep in. And she's like, because she was saying she was tired this morning. And she said, I'm not sleeping in. And so I said, don't wake me up. Whatever you do, if I'm sleeping, let me sleep. So today I wanted to talk about, though, dating in 2025 and why it feels impossible to me. And I don't know, I thought at first it was just because I'm a lady of a certain age, right? I am 52. And so I thought maybe it's going to be harder for me. And I will say I do attract the younger guys for some reason. I've always been like that. And maybe people tell me I look younger. I don't look 52. So that's probably, that adds up. That makes sense. But, I'm just having a hard time out here. Just, I see somebody, talk to somebody, and I get so discouraged because 2 plus 2 doesn't always equal 4. So with the dating. So I'm like, what is going on? But I will tell you, when we first talking about the first episode I did of this dating, remember or maybe it was the second, there was an ex guy I talked to or liked, or I don't know what we were doing. We went on a few dates, but I told you he was a little shorter than me, and I like a taller guy because I'm short. So I have nothing against people that are on the shorter side, that are, vertically challenged, because that's me. And that's why I tend to wear if I can fit in some heels and wear them comfortably, I'm wearing them. If I find some heels that are comfortable, I'm going to wear them because I want to be taller. And that was one of the things. But remember, he was an exercise buff, and, he texted me and said, happy anniversary for my sorority anniversary, and he had an anniversary coming up. And so, did I text him? I can't remember if I texted him. But anyway, I didn't text him back right away. I was like, okay, I planned to, but then it was like a week later. So I don't think he appreciated that, because when I text, well, first of all, I said, who is this? So he knew I deleted his number out my phone. So he sent a picture, and he looks good, nice looking guy. And so, but that distracted me, right, for a minute. And then I started thinking about, he's gonna want me to ride bikes and climb hills. And so I said, okay, that cuteness right away went away. Because even though I'm moving and exercising, I'm not there yet where I want to just say, hey, for a date, let's ride a bike. Like, I just have to be honest, that's not me. That is not me. So, so I responded like the week later, and I started not to, because I thought he probably thinks this is like a slap in the face. She's responding a week later, but really, honestly, I just didn't get to it. And so the messages like kind of got away from me. And so when I responded, he responded back. He waited. So I know that was strategic, right? He waited to respond, not a week, but some days. And what did he write back? Because I said thank you something or something. I said something. I hope you are well or something. I didn't ask a question, right? But he responded with an answer to whatever statement I made. And so I should look it up in my phone, but I would have to scroll down. So that was that. So then I'm telling you, a couple of weeks ago, my ex-fiance, I've been engaged twice. So my ex-fiance calls me out the blue, and we might talk when something's going on, like if, when my mom passed, his parents are both living, but when my mom passed, he was on it. He was Johnny on the spot. I was seeing somebody kind of at the time. So he didn't, he kind of respected that, but he came to the funeral. He sat with me through the repast, was checking on me. And so we're always going to just be supportive of each other. But if I know he's seeing somebody, I don't initiate anything, and I never do. He really always initiates, but the contact of us talking. So the last time he talked to me, though, he forgot what he told me. So he calls me a couple weeks ago, and he says, I thought I saw you at your sorority event. He's like, there's a sorority event, at such and such place. I thought I saw you. And I said, no, I'm not there. That's not me. But I know he knows that was not me, right? Because he knows what kind of SUV I drive. He knows, right? So he said, but maybe the person was driving the same SUV I drive. I don't know, but I just highly doubt it. So, but like I said, I could be wrong. So anyway, he called, and then he said, so we're talking. So I said, how's married life? And he said, how you know I'm married? And I said, because you called me and told me the night before you did it. And he had forgotten that fast and he was like quiet. And he was like, oh, he had forgotten that he had told me that he was getting married. And so anyway, we had a discussion from there. So it's like his whole thing changed when, he realized I knew he was married. And so, we just kind of had some small talk, and that was that. And so, he knows me well enough to know, like, you're married, it's a wrap. It's not even no trying to, like, let's meet up, let's have dinner, let's hang out, let's go to the movies, let's do whatever. Go have some Sprite. I'm not a drinker, so he wouldn't be having Sprite, but I would. So that sort of thing. So that was that. So then I get a call, and I'm like, are these guys seeing me on YouTube? Because all of a sudden I'm getting these calls, and I shouldn't say that, because it does happen, that I would get a call from an ex, because I've had the same number, like I said, for 31 years now, the same exact number. So I get this call from one of my ex-boyfriends, and I know for a fact he's married. He's all over the place with his wife on social media. And so he calls me, and he texts me, and he's like, how are you? And I wrote back, who is this? And he texted who he was. And then he said, how are you, or whatever. And I'm like, I'm good. I said, are you retired yet? Because he started his job when I started teaching. He has a great job. He has his own pension. Remember, I'm looking for that. He has his own pension. So I asked him if he retired yet because I thought he could retire at 30 years. I think he might have 31 like me. And he said, no, not yet. And so then he said, call me. He said, wait, he said something about, do you still live around the corner, basically, from where he used to live, or I don't know if he still lives there or not. And I said, I didn't answer that. I said, he said, call me. And I said, so I told him I couldn't talk right now. I said, but I said, but you could call, you call me. And so I did that strategically. So if he's watching, I did that strategically. You know why? Because I think if his wife were to see that, and I don't know, maybe they're separated. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not on other social media like that to know. But I thought if he is with his wife, he wanted me to call him so that it could look like I called him. Well, no, if you want to talk, you call me. And why are you even trying to call me if you are married? And we didn't get to have that conversation because I didn't call him and he didn't call me. And he's called me to check on me before. I'll take that at that one time because, my mom passed away. And everybody knows my mom and I were like thick as thieves, super tight, BFFs. So I will say, I do get that. You have somebody who, you thought you were going to marry, and it was going to be this, that, and the other. Now, this is not my second time I was engaged. The first time was in college. The guy I just told you about was number two. This guy, we talked about it, but we just never it went that far. But we did talk about it, like possibly getting engaged, possibly getting married, having kids, the whole 9 yards. And so yeah. And then his mom, I remember when we broke up, his mom was very much trying to put us back together. Like his mom was, really liked me at this time. And so, but yeah, so I just thought, why are you calling me with a wife? And like I said, they could be separated. I don't know. But how do you guys feel? So if the married people, how would you feel if your husband was calling the ex girlfriend or friend? What we're ex girlfriend boyfriend, but to say hi, to say how you doing, and check on you. What do you guys think about that? Am I overthinking stuff? I'm an overthinker. But yeah, what do you guys feel about that? What do you guys feel about somebody texting you that's married, ex-boyfriend, just saying, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's going on?" Um, I don't know. I just thought, geez, Louise, I don't need any. I don't want any married people. I need single people. Where are the single guys at? That's who I need to find. The single guys. So what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? And that just made me think, one of the things that made me think is like, when you do get a guy, then you got to worry about what he's doing. And I mean, I guess if you're in a great relationship, you don't, but it's like, geez, you got to worry about what he's doing when you're not around. And that, it just irritates me because I always feel like if somebody's calling I think I'm special and, like we all should think we're special, but I don't think I'm so special that it's just me that's going to make him not do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If that's the kind of stuff he does. So, I just was like, geez, Louise, this dating situation, or is it guys out here like that? So, okay, what are you guys saying? I was just going to start the video when I saw the live queue. Okay. Finally, King Darian made it to Friday. So maybe King Darian could give me some advice, or any of the single folks. I'll be working out and watching. You're so good at multitasking, Taisha. She definitely is. I was watching the 1 year video as well. Couldn't finish it. Gotta go back and check it out. You gotta go back. I missed y'all. We missed you too. Hey, boss lady, Mel. Yes. CCS rather. CCS. All right. So, what do you guys think? You got to tell me. Dee, he might not be that way with you. If you like him, it may be worth a date. Which one are you talking about? Well, you can't be talking about the ones because the other two are married. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't know. Like I said, I just think you got to be compatible with somebody. Compatible for me is not like taking hikes and walking through nature's journey. That's not me. You are supposed to break a sweat in other ways when you're on a date. Yes, break a sweat in other days. I like that. Nadia says hikes equal sweaty. No thanks. Oh, somebody with me. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not a nature girl. Yeah, Mia is so funny. I'm not a nature girl. I'm not like a outdoorsy. I want the sun to shine on me. No, 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 no. None of that. Like I am not outdoors at all. Mia is funny. Ladies, if you don't want to go on the workout date, tell the man. Guys are not mind readers. I did tell this guy. That's what I'm saying. But he was trying to convince me, and I won't say convince me. He still always brought up something. It wouldn't be that thing. He was like, "Oh, I thought you didn't like that thing." I don't like outside, period. If I have to go outside, I'll go outside. But do I want to be outside, especially when it's hot? Not really. Give me some air conditioning. Give me some shade. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, I'm not thinking, man, I need to ride a bike with this man. No, I'm not. Mia is a trip. Yes, King Darium in that chat, kicking knowledge. I'm taking notes. What is he saying? King Darium, Dee just might be assuming he'll want to drag her on hikes, right? No, he really asked me. This is the stuff he asked me when I was talking to him before. He might like that time to himself thoughts. Yeah, so Mel, no, he asked me to go hiking. He asked me to go bike riding. He was asking me this, and I'm like, no. So that's not my thing. I'm not an outside person. And he was like, okay, come on, you could do it. Let's do it. He still would invite me. Remember I told you he was going on like he would walk marathons and stuff like that. He would ask me to come. And at this point, I was at that boot camp. So I was working it out. It wasn't like I was like, not working out at the time. I just don't like outside. I don't like outdoors. He's a very outdoorsy person. So I would think an outdoorsy person would want their, whoever they are with to be outdoorsy. But that's another thing. I think, to me, I don't think you can change people. And so I think he thought he could change me. And no, Dee you were already beautiful, but now you are snatched, sis. They are going to start coming out the woodwork. Well, we will see. We will see. Thank you. He wants to take her somewhere, and a hike ain't it. Well, I need to start out with the hike. I got to start slow. I got to go up that hill slow and steady. True exercise alone and enjoy a smart or a sunset together. King Darian, yes, yes, yes. That is too funny. Translation: Dee is an overthinker. No, this stuff really had like he already did ask me that. So I don't know. Would you guys date? Like, what would you guys date? What is something that you guys don't like? And would you like? Let's say I don't know. Maybe you guys think this is different. But what if your dream guy is a smoker and you're not a smoker? Are you gonna what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, okay, well, I don't smell it on him. He doesn't smoke in the house. He only smokes outside. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna still date him? So it's kind of reminds me. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Dee, you are in control of that situation. You can simply block him and live your best life. Well, I haven't had to. He hasn't called me back. Like he hasn't texted, or I didn't text back to his last text, and he has not texted me. So it probably will take for him to see me out somewhere, and I don't see him out. I'm not out and about. I'm just kind of being mom. I used to be out and about, and I'm a late bloomer becoming a mom. So, it's like I've been there, done that, went on my dream trip to Paris and London. The only other place I would love to go is Italy. So if I could get somebody to take me there, and if I don't get anybody to take me there before my daughter turns 18, we'll go like for her 18th birthday or maybe her 16th birthday, so she can enjoy it too. She'll be old enough to enjoy it. But yeah, other than that, so it's just like yeah, I just want to have somebody to go to the movies with, go to dinner with, exercise, yeah, but not take hikes and be outdoors on a bicycle. Like, let's go to the gym. We can work out at my house. We can work out at your house. I'm just not an outdoorsy type person. You're too good for this clown. You're talking about the one that has the wife. Are you talking about him? I don't know if they're still married. I'm assuming that they did. If my ex-husband did, he'd be on his own. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Calling the ex. Men do that. Men are going to try. We are always smart. Be direct and say what you mean. No need to be coy in these situations. I don't talk to married men. Bye. Yes, yes, yes. And these are because this is like not like a new guy. These are guys like I've known for 20 plus years. So they've known me well enough to know that now the one he didn't think I knew he was married, but remember he called me and told me he was getting married. So I knew he was married. And then the other one, but he forgot he had done that because we don't talk all the time. And then the other one that just called, this was last weekend. It was actually Saturday, last Saturday. I don't know what his situation is. The last time I talked to him, he was happily married and just checking on me. He said because he knew my mom had passed, time had gone by, blah blah blah. So yeah, well, we'll see. But yeah, I'm not interested. I need somebody who is available for me. I don't need somebody that's like, sneaking around and can't do this and can't do that. And it's like, no, ma'am. And plus, that just goes against, what I believe in. And I don't want somebody to date my husband either. So, and not to mention, hey, Beverly. Hey, Beverly. Nadia said ghost. I love that. Y'all are funny. Hey, Bev girl, we on we are on one tonight. Sweet tea, girl, what I missed. She said he couldn't have been looking for a workout partner. He could have been looking for a workout partner, but you could potentially say, I don't go outside on outside dates. But if you want to get to know me more, take me to, blah, blah, blah. I enjoy museums, whatever. Yes, yes, yes. And I think I did say it, Darian. I don't know if I said it that nicely. Like, I didn't say it mean, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said it like that. But that's the thing. I do have a habit of not wanting to hurt people's feelings and not saying things as direct until in order for me to get direct, I kind of have to get upset. But so I kind of have a way of saying things without wanting to hurt somebody, but they know what it is. It's like instead of saying, I don't like you, I might say, I'm dating somebody else. Don't call me any, can we don't need to talk. I need my space and that sort of thing. Especially when I was younger. As I'm older now, I'm more, especially with guys, I'm more direct. But yeah, I always just think like people are going to know if I don't like something, they're going to do something different. And people haven't been doing that. What's up with that? What is up with that? Kat said, yeah, he has taken we outside too literal. Oh, I know. I will not, and I repeat, I will not be with a smoker. No, ma'am. Bye-bye. I love it. Smoking is a deal breaker. And so, I think I told this story before. One of my good friends is a guy, and he married a lady that smoked. And at the time, when they were dating, they dated really fast too. And at the time, and they got married, I should say they not dated, but they got married really quick. Well, they dated, and the dating was short. But one of the things she told him she was working on giving up smoking. And so, and I said to him, she didn't totally give up smoking. You can't trust that. Are you sure? Because smoking is hard to get on, a hard thing to not do, because it's addictive, right? And so he said, yeah, she said she was going to give it up. As soon as they got married, he would find cigarettes, he would smell it in the car, first of all. She wouldn't smoke in the house that he knew of. I can't remember if one time she did smoke in the house and that's when it hit the fan, but I know she would smoke in the car and he would smell it. And meanwhile, she's telling him she stopped. And it just became like, a thing. And she was also drinking and saying she wasn't drinking. And he would find, wine bottles and stuff like that. So, that my thing is, why would you marry somebody if smoking was like a deal breaker for you? And he said because she told him she was going to stop, and he actually believed her. But so yeah, I say if you're not a smoker, marry a smoker. There are so many people that smoke. You can have two smokers together because, if you don't, it's kind of like a mixed match. But some people probably make it work too. I don't know. Delilah says, I'm not a person who can handle a partner who smokes. The scent gives me terrible migraines. Darren said, we won't talk about pretty privilege. Some folks will overlook flaws on someone they find attractive. If they're ugly, they get zero grace. They get zero grace. So let's talk about pretty privilege. What is pretty privilege? What does that mean to you, Darian? What does that mean? Because I'm going to tell you, people always used to say, if you are a nice looking lady, you can be overweight to a degree, right? You can be overweight, still pull all the guys. But if you're not a nice looking lady, you got to have a nice body. So you got to have something there that appeals to the guy. And same with the guys. If you're not a nice looking guy, we're talking about the stereotypical, what they consider nice looking. So if you're not like a nice looking guy, then you have to have what? Money, they say, right? And if you don't have money, then you got to have good looks. And so either way, you got to have something to attract the guy. And I always say, or girl, or person. And I always say, what if you don't have any of that? Then what? What are you gonna do? So have you guys heard that? And Darian, we want to know, what is your definition of pretty privilege? And can guys be a part of pretty privilege, or is it just a girl thing? I could date a cigarette smoker, but a gardener, that's fine with me. Cali life. Yeah, you have some great shrubs. I know that. Hey, Melly Mel. I'm not a NorCal girl, sweet tea, but I don't like anything smoking unless it's meat. You guys are so funny. A smoker of ribs. I am a. You guys are so funny. I love that. Hey, Cece, how are you? Hey, welcome, Cece. All right, it's Darian. Are you going to tell us what pretty privilege is and who has it? Who in here has pretty privilege? We want to know. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I will ignore you. I will ghost you. I will remind you that you're married. You're going to leave me on. Oh my God. So yeah, you're gonna tell him that. Now, if he tries to call me again, because then I would, put my foot down. But that's be my first question. Are you still married? That would be what I would ask. I didn't ask that question before. And that wasn't my first question because I'm assuming I shouldn't assume. So let me not even say that. But I just figure he was just trying to call and check on me. But then when he said call me, but it's like you texted me, so why wouldn't you call me? But like I said, I think that's like a move where just in case somebody saw his phone, it looks like I called him. Like I thought, looked him up and called him, and that is not true. That's a great point, Darren, about the privilege. Men have told me that they do overlook plenty if they find a woman attractive. Women, I don't believe, do that so much. So you don't think women do that as much, overlook things if they find a man attractive? I think women do. I think women do overlook things when it's an attractive guy. And okay, let me speak for myself. I have done that. I have overlooked some things for some attraction. Yes, I have. Me either, Mel. I hate smokers. No, not smokers. I have asthma. I don't want him to trigger me. Yes. Um, oh, she has a substance use disorder. Who had a substance? Oh, the girl. Are you talking about somebody you were talking to, Darian? As we get older, we become less willing to settle or compromise on what we need. We know what we want. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, just me too, 22. Why am I saying just me too? Just me 22. What did Jay-Z say? There are no ugly billionaires. So do you guys, what do you think about this pretty privilege? Okay, Darian is talking about it. Can't wait to get down to it. And some just want a woman with a pulse. And some just want a man with a pulse, right? Because some of these women are dating men like 30 years older. I've never heard of privilege. You never heard of that, Nadia? Oh my God, it's a thing. It's a thing. Pretty privilege. Okay, here's the definition from King Darium. IG models with bad attitudes or super shallow. Attractive women who date for free food. Attractive women who get their way. Yes, and so I want to say, when we had that drinking game, one of the questions was, have you ever dated somebody for a free meal? And I drank on that. I want to explain myself. So I drank on that because I didn't, not with a new person, but like with an ex, like an ex that calls you out of the blue or something and said, "Hey, let's go out." And even though I know, like, there is no going back, I did go, out and had a nice meal. I sure did. But yeah, but not with anybody new. I wouldn't be meeting anybody out new and just hanging out for a free meal. No, because I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy your company. I don't know what's going on with you. But yeah, so it's so funny that you say that. It just reminded me of that I wanted to clear that up because I did take a drink. Now I don't know if you guys, a lot of people were saying they didn't drink on that one. But so yeah, pretty privilege, basically from what I understand is basically women who look nice and they use that to their advantage. They use the fact that they're nice looking women to get, things from men, money, dates, clothes, this, that, and the other, whatever they need, they get it. And kind of having people always think like they have it easy in life, right? They have it easy in life. They get things what they want. People, magnets to them type thing. So yeah, pretty privileged. I love that. Sweet tea cracks me up. A smoker of real. Yes, yes, yes. I have a friend who is drop dead gorgeous. She's basically a beautiful rock. She has pretty privilege. She's broken so many work rules. She's on a 3-year written, as in call in once or be late once, you will be fired. However, she is late daily and calls out weekly and never gets fired or even talked about. So so she's pretty, that would be pretty privileged, what I would think, right? You're allowed to get away with things because you have a certain look. The boss likes looking at you, the boss likes you. And I think looks are, very important. I do think looks are very important to a lot of people. But I also think it can be very shallow. If that's all you're looking at is looks, because one thing is for sure, looks do fade. People do get older, women wrinkle, men wrinkle, things happen as you age. So at this point, in my dating life, that's not going to be like a number one factor. Now, do I have to have some attraction for sure? But I don't have to be like having, my Denzel in his younger day kind of a man. If a man looks good, some women will overlook the fact that he's married, got kids, been in jail, prison guy with the eyes, 10 baby mamas. Yes, 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 that's true. That's true. I will say that. Remember that guy? Yeah, remember that guy? What was his name? He was that prison guy. He was in prison and he ended up marrying. It's Darren. Remember he ended up marrying the lady who was her I don't want to say the wrong thing. She was some kind of a billionaire's daughter, and I think they got a divorce. They ended up getting a divorce, I think, but I could be wrong. But yeah, those looks took him from the jailhouse to the big house. And I mean the mansions, right? You're dating somebody that's like the heir to $1 billion. Jeez Louise. Um, Yes, in my opinion, I think men have money privilege. Yes, they do. They do. And money talks, you know how they say money talks and BS walks. So, so let me ask you, ladies, so would you date a guy that was struggling financially, and let's not put parameters on it, because sometimes you could say, well, yeah, but if he did this, but if he did, I guess that's okay, because that might help us understand. But if let's say a guy was struggling financially, and this is a great question, because when I meet guys that are in my age range, and a lot of the younger guys will try to talk to me, and some of them have wanted kids. I remember this last guy, he was maybe 5 years younger than me. This before I was a mom myself, but he wanted kids, and I was just like, he wanted a bunch of kids, and I'm like, I am too old. And even since my daughter, I talked to him here and there, sometimes, and he would still say he has 2 girls. He always said he wanted a boy, and I said, this factory is done. There's no way I can even probably. I don't know. Am I producing eggs still at this point? I don't even know. But yeah, so he always. I wondered if he if he ever had that boy, because he really, really wanted to have a boy. He has two girls, great father. But yeah, so I just wonder, would you, and he was paying child support, like a lot of child support too, because he has a great, great city job. So I was wondering, would you guys date a guy that's financially struggling? That is the question. Um, let's see. Let me see. I think I scrolled down for too long. I think pretty privilege is real, period. It is. It is. It is. Women overlook a lot of the guy if he's a baller. It's just facts. Yeah, that's true. I would have to agree with that. Remember the Cheesecake Factory lady? Oh yeah, remember that Cheesecake Factory lady who tell us the story because I remember when did she go on a date and the guy wanted to take her to the Cheesecake Factory and she said, no, no, no. I will not be rolling up in that Cheesecake Factory. And where does she want to go? To Ruth Chris, the lobster house? I don't know. I don't know. I don't eat lobster. I don't eat crab legs. I don't eat none of that fancy stuff that people love to eat. I say I'm a cheap date. Kim J's Healthy Sweet Life. Hey fam, outside tonight, like the kids say, on a day with her hubby for his birthday. Oh, happy birthday, hubby. I thought I'd check in for a moment while he ran in the store. Hope y'all are having fun tonight. We are, we are. Yes, happy birthday to your hubby. I think that's so cool. You guys are hanging out. Male to the B says, I like nerds or guys who look different, more conservative, not politically conservative. Okay. Happy birthday, Kim J's hubby. Please enjoy. Yes, safe travels tonight. And people are telling her to have fun. She even used to drink in the office and no one said anything to her. What? Pretty privilege is at its finest. Yet for me, I got put on a 2-year written because I called out for Dave. Oh, you called off for David's grandmother's funeral. Wow. Oh, there's some kind of way you could document that. Don't you work for the airlines? Do they have like some sort of a union or something? I don't know. It just seems a lot unfair. If the man or woman can put it down in the bedroom so people overlook a lot. That's true. That's another one. Yeah, don't tell me about that. Yes, Kim J's hubby, happy birthday, brother. Thanks, she's saying. Sweet tea, thanks, sugar. Happy birthday. People are saying happy birthday to your hubby. We love that. Mia, that may be mostly true. I think so. I think so. Nadia says, some cake, Kim J. Kim J, eat the cake. Are you eating cake, Kim J? Are you eating those prime bites? What are you having tonight, honey? Um, Homeless sexuals. Is that what they call it? Oh, I never heard of that. But again, I like men who are not pretty boys. I like the goofy ones. Oh my goodness. If you haven't hit that like button, Kim is on her JOV. She came in and said, if you haven't hit the like button, let's take a little break and click it. Thank you, Kim. It's hard to give up good physical chemistry, fireworks and rainbows in the sky. Jeez Louise. Like where is that dude that was giving you the fireworks and rainbows? You gotta hit him up. Delilah says, I don't know, Mia. I've heard some fine men who can also work it out in the bedroom, but they just were beautiful rocks, and I can't handle that. I need one who can hold a conversation. Not you keep saying these rocks. That means you're just sitting there, standing there, laying there, not doing a thing, huh? Oh my gosh, too funny. Yeah, I told Kim, I said, go be with your husband. She's like, I might stop in. Kat says, absolutely not. Struggle love is for 25. Struggle love is for 25 and under. Yes, yes, yes. And I often say at 52, you guys have to keep me on this because I say at 52, I don't want to be an older fool for love. I do not. I do not want to be an old fool for love. I want to be in with my eyes wide open. I want to be making some good choices here. So we shall see. We shall see. The Turtle Diary says, no homosexuals. Guys be out here looking for someone, somewhere to stay. Shaking my head. Do they? So they don't really like, you're saying they don't really like women. Are you saying that? And they just want to pretend like they like women so they can have a place to stay. I haven't heard of that, but I feel like I'm so naive to all of this. Mia, we did get cake, and I don't even have protein brownies. So she's doing well. She didn't eat the cake. No one produces any more eggs than what we were born with. In the fact, you'll never have more eggs than you will have at 5 months in utero. Yes, I've heard that. I've heard that. But I think my egg factory has depleted. Totally. Brown Velvet said it says struggling financially, no, but he doesn't. Hey, Brown Velvet, by the way, but he doesn't have to be rich. But you got to know how to handle your money. Yes, but how would you know that? Because nowadays they're telling you one of your first conversations with a guy should be, "Hey, sir, how you doing? I'm glad we met. But what's your credit score?" So are you asking that like for all the single ladies that are dating? Let's just say you were on a date and you can't say, I don't want to date, I won't ever date. Let's pretend you are dating, like we're on a date. Would you ask that question the first date? Would you ask it in the first, let's say, 3 conversations? Because they can lie about their credit score. We know that, but let's just assume that this is an honest guy and he's going to tell you the truth. Is that a question you would ask? Is that important to you? Is that something you want to know? These financial gurus will tell you you need to be asking that the same time you're accepting yes for the date. Yeah, I like smart people, but I stayed in some bad situations because I like what they were putting down. And I would imagine a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people do that, Mia. Mel says he ran in the store real quick. Oh, yeah, she was saying her husband went in the store. Lobster, crab legs. Yeah, I don't eat any of that. You are so welcome, Kim. Happy birthday, KJ. Hubby, yes. Mel says, I've dated mostly financially successful men. They are less intimidated by my success. That is so true. That is so true. Very true. Thanks everyone for the birthday shout outs. Yes, yes, yes. Beverly says, Cat H, I agree. No struggle love for me either. He has to have his own place, his own money, and his own car because he ain't driving mine and I don't do married men. Yes, 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 yes. None of us do. I hope. Thanks, Mia, Delilah, everyone. Yes, we can't do that. Delilah says, I've only dated 2 men who were financially unstable. I think it's hobosexual, someone who only dated for, oh, okay, 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 okay. I'm not up on this lingo. Oh, I get it. Hobo, like no place to stay. These terms are so funny to me. Geez, Louise. Okay, okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you. Go Mel, I'm glad you're dating within your circle. Yes, and so that I love that too because I always say, you shouldn't expect what you can't give. So, women who say, I want a guy with this, with that, with this, with that, and she doesn't have any of that, or vice versa. It could be a guy saying, dude, I want my woman to have a good job. I want her to have an 800 credit score. I want her to do this and that, and then you don't have it. I think that's kind of unrealistic to expect what you can't give, right? So and that's what I mean by that. And I mean that in all areas, not just with the dating. Okay, Kim J, I clicked the like button. Do you want to date? Do you want to date you on the job? Yeah, she's on a date and she's on her job. I know, it's so cool. It means a human paperweight. Good to look but no brain. Oh my gosh, jeez Louise. It's always me. I come in blocking people and pushing people to hit that like button. It's free 99, y'all, to hit that like button. It's so funny. Yes, Beverly Gardner says, Kat, I had come over. I had him come over and never leave. Jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh. Hey, Nancy, how are you? How are you? Welcome. Kim J says, yes, Beverly, using my time wisely. Oh, okay, okay. Oh my gosh, Mia, I can't handle that. Hobo without a home will romance a woman for a place to stay. It's not a thing about sexuality, just sex for shelter. I've never heard of that. Geez, Louise, a sex for shelter. My goodness, what you learn on these lives. King Darian says, "You're cracking me up." Oh my goodness, I've never heard of that. It's suffocating. I guess it would be Mia. David is the only man I've ever lived with. I just never wanted a man to come home to. I don't even know how David talked me into it. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did because you seem like you make a great couple. Oh, I asked about the credit score early in dating, but come to find out they lie. Yes, and that's what I was saying. Now, if they lie, I don't know. There's not a whole lot you could do about that if they lie. You know, what are you going to do if they don't tell you the truth? But that's also when you find out that that's a lie, that's a red flag to get out of there, to get out of there. No bad credit. No, sir. I want to see your Credit Karma or your Credit Wise app. That is so funny. That is so funny. I love that. There's only 26 people in here, only 16 thumbs up. Click it or ticket. That is so cute. I love it. Turtle Diary said, I've been known to do a little background check, just saying. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think in 2025 and even should before this, that's the way to go. You have to get a background check. And, I have a BFF, and she used to irritate me because she used to always look, investigate people that you were dating. And I didn't like that. Remember, this is the friend that I told you graduated from law school. And, she, still knows the law, but she doesn't practice. And so, but she's on it. I mean, she is on it. There is not getting you're not getting a whole lot behind of, away from her. So so I thought, I said, I'm going to start putting her on the case. Like it used to annoy me when she used to do that. Cause I'm like, why are you looking folks up? They're fine. I know this, that, and the other. And I haven't put her on the case in a long time, but anytime I meet somebody, I'm gonna be putting her on the case and looking things up and seeing what's really going on. Plus, I just have to. I got to do that. Let's see. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? I've been known to do a little background check. Yes, I love that. I had a 0 score for. I didn't know there was a such thing as 0. Unless you just don't have credit, right, to start with, for many, many years until I decided to buy a house. So I built it for a year, then worked on it until I hit 2 years at this job. And now I don't care about my score anymore. So I built it for a year. So until I hit 2 jobs on. Well, you still got to keep up that credit though. You just never know when you might need credit. I would keep up with it, Delilah. Haha, Mia, right? Click it or kick it. So yeah, me I'm the financial lady. I say keep that credit as good as long as you can. Thanks, Mia. Stay on the like station. I'm out. My boo is back. Love y'all. Have a good night. Love you, Kim J. Have a great rest of your night, Kim. Okay, people are saying goodbye to her. Lakeisha is in here looking great with that pretty privilege now. Look at that. That's a pretty privilege profile pic. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Yes, it takes all types in this world, and people are saying hello. So Beverly dated this guy in her 20s, very handsome, but this is how I describe him in a pretty box with a bow. When you unravel the box, it is empty. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I don't want to say this guy's name, but I dated this one guy that was just like that. I'm saying and he was a younger guy. He was a nice looking guy. Oh God, he was nice looking. Like anytime my friends saw him, they were like, he is nice looking. But you know what? He is exactly, let me put this right back up here. What she described. When you unravel the box, it is empty. And he was younger than me. I knew he was a younger guy. I was just attracted by the looks, basically. And this was when I was younger too. So this was probably at least when I was talking to this guy, maybe 30 years ago. It probably was at least 30 years ago. I was in my teens, 20s, my late teens or 20s. Darium, I saw the guy years later. He said, "You still look good. You're the one that got away." And I said to myself, "Yes, I know." Oh, how cool, Beverly. How cool. It's so cute. Doesn't that make you feel good when you have that? You see somebody after a while. Okay, I'm skipping down this chat and wait a second. Let's see. Where did Delilah go? I saw Delilah. Okay, we talked about that. I dated a guy who was so darn fine, tall, and had money, but he was the most empty-headed person on the planet. Sometimes you do have that. Mel says I've done background checks as well. Did it on my last boyfriend. I say background checks is a must. In 2025, you got to get it done. You got to get it done. Wait with Jazz. You have to do checks because these men tend to lie. Yes, they do. And Jazz, I think on your channel you talk about dating. I remember seeing some things you talk about dating before on your channel. And it's just tough out here. It's hard out here. It is hard out here. But I wonder, because Jazz, you're in maintenance. So do you have a different swag now that you are in maintenance than when you were dating, when you were heavier? Anybody in here can answer that. Do you have a different swag? And it's, I don't know. Do you guys not know what swag is? I'm sure you do. I probably am the one who's just learning what swag is. But, do you have a different confidence or air about yourself, Jazz? Has your expectations changed since you've lost weight? Anybody in here can answer that. Has your expectations changed about dating and what you would expect in a man or look for in a man since you've lost weight? And you know what? I am going to say, I don't know yet because I haven't really dated and it's been a minute. But I think maybe they will as far as, I think I'm going to have more confidence. I'm going to have more dating confidence. I'm trying to think. I think your confidence level rises. So, like, once your confidence level rises, once your confidence level rises, Denzel could walk by and you're like, Denzel is lucky to have me. So, once your confidence rises, I think your dating expectations may change, or maybe you're somebody who has maintained the same ones the whole time. And so, and when I say, and I think I have too, I think my expectations are going to be higher because, I'm a single mom. So that's a different thing. Plus, like I say, I don't care what anybody says, call me, whatever might fit this scenario, but I don't see myself marrying somebody without a pension or their own kind of stuff going on because they would get half my pension. I did not work hard for 32, 31, going on 32 years for somebody to get half because we didn't make it in a marriage. So the person I marry is going to they're going to have their own pension, their own retirement system, their own something going on. And so I think that way we could be financially equally yoked, if you want to call it that. So that is my expectation. I am not wavering on that. So that might keep me single and ready to mingle. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so what are you guys saying in the chat? Okay, we saw that. We love that, Beverly. He's like, mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I did a background check on David. You did. He must have came out clean as a whistle because you guys you've been rocking with him. So he must have came out good. Yeah, we want to know. Did you find anything? Who, me, Mia? Yeah, you said you get a background check on David. I want to know, did you find anything? Beverly says when she was dating a guy, she had a nice stuffed shrimp, baked potato, candlelight dinner. When he came over and sat down, he said, "Can you turn off the lights? You see what I mean? Empty." What in the world? That is crazy. Oh my God. Oh, geez, Louise. He probably was a good time, though. I don't know as far as talking to him, though. That might be something else, totally different. Yeah, but nothing he didn't already tell me. Okay, okay. Mel is welcoming Jazz. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody's welcoming Miss Jazz here. Jazz, I hope she answered my question at the bottom. I want to know because she has a swag about her now that she's lost that weight, and I want to know, does she taking that swag with her on those dates? Delilah, no ma'am, but I just what did she say? No ma'am, but I'm back to baseline, even close to 200 pounds down. Okay, okay. I like that confidence. I think it's slightly different since I've been at this size before. However, okay, let me find where did you however, I believe it's tied more to my attitude. I deserve a great man. Yes, you do. You do. It's probably that confidence boost. You could probably have that confidence boost, but it sounds like you've always had it. Um, so no ma'am. Okay, I saw read that. I like saying no ma'am. Okay, Jazz. Jazz says, I feel like my swag is a little bit more elevated. My expectations still remain the same. I have always expected much. Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah, and I kind of have people always tell me, do you hear, Jazz, that you have high expectations? Does anybody say that to you guys? Your expectations are too high? Because people have always told me, like, you're gonna have to lower your expectations. I'm expecting too much. And I do realize there is no perfect, right? There is no perfect person. I get that, but there is a perfect person for me, and so that's what I'm looking for, and hoping he's looking for me. Hopefully, I don't. He's looking for me. Kat says, Dee Dee, another term, Riz. You got that extra charisma now. Oh, Riz. Okay, I've never heard that either. What is going on? What is going on? I love it. I'm gonna be so hip and cool when my daughter hanging out with you guys. When my daughter hits me with this lingo, I'm gonna know what it means. Bale says, believe it's tied more to my attitude. I've read that. That's worth repeating though, because we all deserve a great man. You gotta believe it though, right? You gotta really believe it. All right, and I love this. Chief Operating Officer Bell to the B. Taisha says, absolutely. Okay, IMHO. Okay, let me put my brain cells to work to figure that out. When you are confident and secure with yourself, you attract a different breed. If you're looking great at any size and you are confident, the bums ain't approaching you too often. Say a word, say a word, say a word. You are so right. It's there. You are so right. I do. And I think that's why I have a lot of kind of buff, kind of guys that like to work out and stuff approach me because I'm pretty confident. And another thing I do, and I just do it naturally, is I always have a smile on my face. So people always say I look welcoming. And when I'm not smiling, like I said, when I'm not smiling or talking, people think something is wrong. All right. Because, I'm just kind of quiet. But I can get serious in a heartbeat now. I can get serious. But for the most part, I think I am approachable. And so yeah, I think I'm approachable. But what do you guys think? Do you think you're approachable? Because I have a friend who is beautiful. I mean, beautiful. One day she may come on here and you'll see for yourself. But she doesn't get approached by guys a lot. And one of the things that she was told was that she looks mean a lot. And she just has that, RBF. You guys know what that means. Now, do you know? Let me put that in the chat. What does RBF mean? Let's see if anybody can figure that out. I want to feel like I'm like I invented something. No, it's out there. You guys probably know. I'm the only one who's not good with these with these acronyms, but yeah, she's told that because she never smiles. So that's why when we were talking to Amy, remember Amy, and we were saying those things to Amy, I think, having a smile, being warm and inviting, being confident, she has that down. But that warm and inviting, a lot of women, I think that's what we kind of have to do. And, somebody said, I might have been, it's Darium said, or maybe it was Kofia. I remember she's asked, are we giving off like the alpha vibes? Are we giving off the male energy? What do you guys think about that? Do you think women can give off male energy? Dee Dee, you need to look up the prenup laws in your state. Yeah, I will get. I somebody told me about that too. Yeah, I will look up the prenup laws too. Separate but equal. Okay, yes, yes, yes. We like that, Jazz. Separate but equal. The Rizzler. So somebody who has charisma, huh? OMG, what's up, Jasmine, Nicole? Wait with Jazz. I was catching up on your videos earlier with your lipo shot. Okay, Jazz, now I gotta watch a video about this lipo shot because what is a lipo shot? Um, Yeah, what is that? What is that all about? And is it working? And I know you put it in a lot of your videos. You know, it's the funny thing is, I need to catch up in some a lot of these videos. And I'm telling you, this is the honest truth. I'm watching videos, and today my daughter said to me, "How many times are you gonna watch Miss Taisha?" And you know why I gotta watch it again? Because she started talking and I gotta put it on repeat because I didn't catch what you said. So sometimes when people are saying things in a video and I don't catch something, it's because my daughter started talking, something threw me off. I might have got a text message, the phone may have rang. So things like that. So yeah, it's just so funny. I watch Simply Taisha has this one video about the peanut, the breakfast treat snack, and the breakfast she makes. And I literally watched that thing 4 times, and that's the third time my daughter said, "How many times are you going to watch it?" I'm like, "Now number 4, because you started talking to me and now I'm off track." So that happened. So I'm watching a video. I don't always get to see the whole thing. I'm living here with a 8-year-old that she wants to do a lot of talking, and most of the time she wants to talk to me when I'm doing other things. If we're just sitting and I'm not doing anything, she has nothing to say. Soon as I start talking or watching a video or something, all of a sudden she has tons to say. You guys, the moms in here and dads know what I'm talking about. All right, so what are you guys saying? I got off on a tangent, but I do want to know about this lipo shot. Yeah, I'm so small. I'm no smaller than I was for the majority of my life. I have been 1,296 plus or minus 4 pounds for all but the last 4 years. Okay, okay. And you said you had no trouble attracting a man, so I love that. In my humble opinion. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, that's what that means. It's Darium, King Darium, I should say. Jeez, Louise. I love your profile pic and your beautiful hat. Yes, it's awesome. It's like the Michael Jackson look. Okay, well, did anybody say what RBF means? What do you guys, are you saying it in the chat? I didn't get down that far. S. Darium is a philosopher. He's dropping gems. He is. That's why we call him King Darium. Cat, the hat is fire. Yes, we love that hat. It's resting bee face. Yeah, it is. Yes, yes, yes. So, do you guys have that? We don't really see each other. To know. Simply Taisha. Maybe I should have written resting. Yes, yes, yes. Would you say you have one of those, Taisha? I'm not saying you do or not. I'm just saying you always have a nice smile, but I'm just saying in your everyday life, do you think so? How about all the content creators put a purple heart in the chat so we could check out your channels? Yes, yes, yes. You want to do the purple heart? Yes. I usually shout people out too. Um, but yeah, why don't you do that, Mia? Go ahead, Mia. Mia is she the what is her role? She has to have some kind of role. Brown Velvet, my resting bee face game is strong. I remember you told me that, and you know what? I have a picture of you, so you're the most beautiful lady. I don't know why. I don't know why you have that going on, because I couldn't tell from your pic, but you probably smiled for the pic, huh? I love it. Pardon my French. Yes, mine too. Mine too. I'm not a profanity lady. I try not to use it at all, if ever. Question. So if you hear me say a curse word, geez, Louise, I'm really worked up about something if I say one. It's Darian. Question for the chat. If you're a successful lady, can you turn that off when you're dealing with men? Are you able to turn down? That's what I asked too, Darian. The masculine energy in dating. Men won't compete with that. Yes, yes, yes. We have to. A lot of men complain about that and say women try to be the man in the relationship. Like they try to have that male energy. Like you can't tell me, I'm gonna tell you. Um, what do you guys say about that? That's me. I stay looking like I'm mean mugging people and I don't know why. So I have to actively work on smiling. When I'm out, it's draining on my introverted soul though. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I think a great smile goes a long way. I think so. Um, Great question, King Darren. I know I used to be able to, but as I've matured, I am soft and feminine. And what does that mean? I'm soft and feminine, Mel. What does that mean? Give us some details. I don't think I'm successful, but I'm debt free. I own my own home. I have a decent job, own both my vehicles, and never have been married. No kids. I travel the world, but I don't believe in I'm masculine either. Okay, okay. We gotta ask somebody who knows you if you're masculine, because you be giving off, you be like, I'm telling it like it is. Okay, okay. Jazz says it's a combination of amino acid proteins and B vitamins to increase metabolism, burn visceral fat in hard to reach areas, and support muscle development. Oh, I love that. That sounds like something that is super helpful to increase that metabolism. Okay, Jazz, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Darium says, I've been told by a few men that I'm in my femme energy. I don't even know it high. But also, this is why I don't date in my industry because I don't bring work vibes home. Yeah, so we talked about that, like not dating, somebody you work with. Um, yeah, and have you guys felt, and I don't know, you don't have to go to college for this, but I've always, was told you'll meet your husband in college. Now, I was engaged in college and we didn't end up getting married, but a lot of people that I know that are married did meet their spouse out of my group of friends in college. So that it has remained true. But, I'm sure everybody's not like that. A lot of people I know that married in college, they did get a divorce too. So there's that. That's how David is too, DD. I can be doing nothing, but as soon as someone calls or I'm working on something, he just has an urgent need to have my full attention. Yes, yes, yes. Jeez Louise. It works great for me so far. I have amazing energy. Yes, and you're on that step or talking. You're just talking away, talking. I'm like, this little lady is just she is not breathing hard at all. So you have built up stamina, which is great. That just goes to show how much in shape you are. CC support staff extraordinaire. I just love that. Chief Administration Officer of the Content Creator Support Department. Staying on task. I love it. I love it. It's just so funny. Haha, Mel. Yeah, they are so funny with that. If I'm not smiling, apparently I look mean and intimidating. I'm always amused when I hear that. There is nothing intimidating about me. No, no, no. But I can tell you're no nonsense though, too. Like I can tell you don't have like you don't have the patience for shenanigans at all. At all. Go update your title, girl. Being honest and straightforward doesn't automatically mean masculine, Delilah says, or who knows, maybe it does to some. I just make sure what my boundaries are when it's needed. If it's not needed, I don't care. Okay, okay. Has it been 14 days? LOL, let me check. Wait, 14 days for what? I don't know. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. For the title change. That's right. I'm still on my 14-day hold for this last one. I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing up in the chat. Oh, okay, okay, Mia. All right. I didn't go to college. I didn't even graduate high school. I got a GED at 16. And look how smart you are, especially sharing, popping that knowledge up in this chat. So we love that. And we know nowadays, you don't have to go to college to be considered smart. It's so many people, especially techie people that didn't go to college, dropped out of college, and they're probably making, more money than us all in this chat. So yeah, you don't have to go to college to be smart necessarily at all. But yeah, your opportunity for meeting somebody, according to these folks, is not good to go being married because you didn't meet them in college. Yeah, she has to wait some days. Darium Beverly says, I don't know if I can answer that. I've tried to be respectful to who I'm with, but I would never try to emasculate a man. Okay, well that's good to do that. But yeah. Mel, if you need an officer manager, let me know. I could do your billing. Taisha can see that. Don't play with me face behind the smile. You smile, but we'll uh, well, we'll cut someone if crossed. Yeah. Yes, and Taisha is laughing. It's Darium. Yes, yes, yes. And she's laughing at Beverly. Okay, all right, you guys. You guys are so funny. All right, so what do you guys want to chat about? Anything else? Any dating? Does anybody have any dating dilemmas? Something we can help you with? I'm trying to decide, and I don't think I'm going to do it right now, but I'm trying to decide if I want to go on a dating app. I've been on the dating app before years ago. I want to say I was in my 30s, probably maybe early 40s. It's been a long time. So I don't even know what it's like, what's going on. But to me, I think the best thing to do is to meet somebody, right? I think the best thing to do is to meet somebody, by somebody that you know. But I think the problem too is every time I meet somebody that's interested, they always dated somebody that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not that I just knew, but like, I'm cool with, or, we used to hang out at some point and maybe we lost touch. So do you guys do that? Would you date somebody who dated somebody that you used to hang out with, like a girl, like your home girl or your homeboy? Would you do that? What is girl code? Like, how far do you take the girl code? I'm not talking about a close friend. I'm saying a person, a girl, and you guys hung out, you were close at one point, then you lost touch, and then you might have seen her again, and you hung out and you talked or whatever, then you lost touch, and let's say you haven't talked to her for 10 years. In the meantime, somebody she used to date, like let's say everybody knew you were dating this person, they were serious. In the meantime, the guy she used to date is trying to talk to you. So would you say that's off limits? Because I do. And so that's going to probably keep me single around here for a long time. I'm street smart, but not book educated. I'm not worried about it. I have what I need and figured out how to do my own. So it ain't a big thing. I don't know that song, but I can hear you singing it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I think I changed it. Okay, Mia's changing it. If you do, DD, we want to help edit it. What are we editing? What are we editing? DD, I would suggest everyone watch a few of the Kendra G live shows. Look at the folks, look for delusional folks, look for well put together folks. Get an idea of the dating. I did go on there. Yes, 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 yes. I saw that. Yeah. I didn't really see anybody like older though. Like, I saw like the younger crowd. And I need to go on ones where it's people that are put together. The ones I've seen of that show are the ones where it's delusion and going on, right? It's like having high expectations and not being able to match that. I've seen a lot of enough of those. I won't say a lot, but I've seen enough of those. So yeah. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think I lost my train of thought. Several people have said that if you are on an app, your odds of meeting someone is drastically reduced. Really? Oh, that's disappointing. What are some good apps? Does anybody know? I mean, we talked about it before when we were dating. So I wonder. So I wonder, I was just wondering, I need to go back and look at those apps. What happened to Match.com? Is that still a thing? Am I old school? Is something so has something become the number one app and has overtaken the Match.com, I wonder. Mel says, no, I wouldn't. But I did go out on a date with a man a year later with his friend, but it wasn't intimate or anything. I didn't want either of them. Yeah, I remember you talking about this at one point. Yeah, I think back in the if you were younger, yeah, and when you're younger, you can blame everything on age. When you're older, see, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't date a guy's friend now that I'm older. I wouldn't. Editing your profile. Oh, okay. Your dating profile. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would need to do that, huh? Watch some of the replays. Okay, all right. To get an idea of the dating scene. I'm 472 pounds. My woman can't be above 175. That is insane. I'm sorry. Jeez, Louise. There are a lot of Delulus out there for sure. Haven't been on a dating app in several years. Yeah, me either. Sent the song to you by text. Okay, yeah, I'll have to listen to that. Christian mingle for teachers. They have a Christian mingle for teachers? Oh gosh, I need to do some mingling. Okay, it's Daria. King Daria, she's laughing. She's like being squished, Daria. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that Kendra G. That Kendra G, I said, it's funny for a little laugh, but I just was like, oh no, this is not my thing. I felt like I was losing brain cells kind of watching that because I felt like it, and I know some of it is you pick people for the factor to be able to talk about stuff. But I just thought, yeah, the people are strategically picked, which makes sense, right? Because it's a show. Really, she's trying to entertain you. And I'm sure she throws in some people that are serious, and that's what I need to catch and find. Find those. Let's see. Mel says we known each other since we were 8 years old. It was a few years ago, Dee. Okay, okay. Mia said she was joking. She was joking. Okay, all right, Mia. All right. All right, so it is time is dwindling down. What time? How long have we been on here? An hour and probably like 20 minutes. So it's Darium is telling you guys to go watch that Kendra G. You guys it's Darium. You got to help us get some guys on here. We need some guys on here. And I need some guys that's really going to talk and not just say what we want to hear, right? I really want some guys on here that's really going to talk about the stuff we want to talk about, right? The nitty gritty stuff and not be afraid to speak up. Darian says, I have a question about etiquette. If you take a lady out to dinner, what's the range of the first date dinner places? Should he pay for to-go dinners for her kids at home, split the bill, or the man pays? Great question. So um, for me, if you ask me out on a date, I'm expecting you to pay. I definitely am. Um, and I'm probably not going to ask you. So if you say, oh, if you ask him, I won't be asking him for a long time. So I think I could, I don't know if you guys hear me sometimes, but I call my daughter little lady. I call most girls ladies. I want girls to grow up and feel like they're a lady. And I always feel like a lady is respected. A lady is you know it has a certain decorum about herself. You know what I'm saying? And I would consider myself definitely a lady. And I think that you need to treat a lady as such. And, I grew up with men who were catering to women, catering to their woman. My mom was catered to. And so I'm used to that. And I've, had relationships in that way. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm like, just sitting back and not doing a thing and just, being catered to. But I do think that men should, be the provider in a relationship. Nowadays, women have just as much going on financially as their men do. So, I think that would be a great discussion to have. But on a first date, I think the guy should definitely pay. And women who pay, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you think like women should pay, women should go up to a guy and all that, good for you. That's just not how I was raised. And that's just not what I am probably going to do. Now, as far as when you say, I was raised to be demure. Now, when you say should the guy buy takeout, meals for the woman and her kids at home, I don't know. I don't think so. If he wants to do that, but I don't think that should be an expectation. He's taking you out on a date. He's not taking your kids out on a date. That's just how I'm looking at it. I think that's a great gesture. That probably would earn brownie points for me for sure. If he said, I'm going to get something to go, does your daughter want anything? Or, it's been times where I was ordering something from my dad and the guy paid for it. I was taking food to him. And so, I would appreciate that. Now, let me just say, there are times when I'm out and about and I will pay for something or pay ahead because most of the time the guys I've dated don't even let me pay. And it's just so funny because my dad was like that. Whenever I would give him money for birthdays, Christmas, all of that, he would give me some money. He would try to give me the whole thing back, but I would say that hurt my feelings. I really, really want you to have this. And he would give me some, he would find a way to put that money back in my purse, some of the money. And so I guess I'm kind of used to that. So, and I know if a guy is not going to let me pay, I might, say I'm going to the bathroom and stop the waitress and pay that way. And I have done that, just because, I'm usually dating a guy who's not going to let me pay for stuff. So there's that. I hope I answered your question. Is Darian. Let's see, should pay for split the bill. Split the bill. I'm not splitting the bill. I'm not. Why would I split the bill? I just don't see myself splitting the bill. I am so sorry. Now, and also if I'm paying, I'm not expecting you to split the bill with me either. I'm just not. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not dated guys that expected me to split the bill. Now that's what I'm saying. I haven't dated and been on the dating scene like that in a while, so I don't know what they're doing now. But what I will do is I'm gonna cook you a good dinner. I'll cook you a dinner. I'll take you out here and there. At times, if you want to go out, you don't never know what I'm going to do. When I say that, I definitely mean that. So, you might go to a restaurant, it's already paid for, when we get there, and I might get change back. I might have to add some more money to it. I'm going to, talk to the person and try to arrange to pay ahead. And, and I used to tell my dad that, I always wanted to, treat him, but he always is paying. He won't let me pay. And my dad put that in my ear to do that. And so, and that's what I will do. But yeah, I'm like kind of traditional in that way. I'm just used to a male being a provider, right, for the woman and paying and doing things, and the woman doing things too. But yeah, so I might be a little different in that sense. Mia, not on YouTube. All freaks come out at night. I remember, Mia, when you first saw that Kendra G show, you left that comment. You were not feeling that show. You were like, I had to get off of there. They ran poor Mia out of there. Delilah says, I think if he offers to get the dinner too, then I expect him to handle it. If not, don't offer. I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't expect it, rather. Are coffee dates offensive? Should Ruth Chris be on the first date? No, you know what? I think a Starbucks coffee date, I don't care where you go. It doesn't have to be Starbucks, but I've had first dates at Starbucks. Meet me there. I don't want you spending a lot of money on me when I don't know if I like you or not. And I just think that's fair. Especially nowadays, things being so expensive. Now, most guys, I'm going to tell you, the guys that are balling out of control, they want to impress you. They're going to try to take you somewhere super fancy. And I still say, let's meet at a local coffee shop. Let's meet at Dunkin' Donuts. That's because if I don't like you, I don't really want you to feel like you have spent money on me. And I don't want to waste your money. And I've already, your time might already have been wasted. So I don't want to waste your money too. So I say, I say meet somewhere, if you did, especially on a blind date, like if you've been set up by somebody, if you met on a dating app, my first date would definitely be somewhere out in public, somewhere like a Starbucks, like a busy Starbucks, because there could be some Starbucks where might be one or two people sitting in there, but you go to a busy Starbucks, there's going to be a lot of people in there, and I say that's what you should do. But that's just me. But no, coffee dates are not. And even if you get to know somebody, having coffee and having a good conversation, I think goes a long way. I love that. Taisha, good night. Enjoy the movie. Okay. I was raised to be demure. I love that. I had to say that again. If a man invites me out to dinner, I'm expecting him to pay. But if I'm the one that did the inviting, I will pay. I've never been on a date with a man that allowed me to pay. See, me either. I'm going to be honest. I haven't. Or he knew it was expected that he was paying. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just say this out loud because it's true. I think I've been kind of spoiled in the dating department. And I think also too, men have known, that I've had like two strong male figures in my life. And so I think that's also has played into it. And I'm no nonsense. Like I'm with people, I'm more patient, I'm sweet and, with women and stuff. With men, I'm not having it. I put my foot down and it stays there. Again, that's probably why I'm single. I will cut it off in a heartbeat. So yeah, but I think paying for those kids, that is so sweet. Like, geez, Louise, that's a good move. That's up there with like the guy telling me to meet him at the gas station and filling up my gas tank. Mia says, "Wow, if he offered to get to go to dinner for a kid is very thoughtful and make me think he's really kind." Yeah, I think that's so sweet. Why not? But I shall, but I shall turn up if pressed to do so. Yes, 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 yes. Mel, you are so funny. Yes. I can feel you on that. Brown Velvet says, paying for the kids at home. I haven't heard of that one. I'll offer to pay my own bill. But like you said, Dee Dee, if I do, that reflects on how we proceed going forward. Yeah, yeah. Darium, honestly, I prefer a coffee date. David and I do it weekly. See, look at that. That is so cool. I love that. Demure, but boss lady. Yes, yes, yes. But my boss lady. First date should be low cost. I think so too. I think so too. And not the movies. The first date should not be the movies either. Um, yeah, and I say that so that you could talk. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really talk and get to know each other. Yeah, low cost first date takes the pressure off. It does. Demure with the machete and razor blade in your cheek, man. The marvelous. That's funny. For David's birthday, I went and bought a gift card to dinner. He wouldn't have to let me pay otherwise. Yes, yes, yes. See, that's another thing you could do too. An old boyfriend of mine, we were out for breakfast. I took out my debit card to pay. He was upset. Anytime I go out with him, I can't ruffle my purse. He'll be mad and always pay. You know, I like that. I like that. That's a good move there. Brown Velvet says if he's relationship serious, a coffee, meet and greet is fine, and to check out the chemistry. I agree 110%. And to ask about that credit, to get that driver's license so you can look it up. Oh, the bosses are getting feisty tonight. Yes, yes, yes. David and I work full-time jobs and I still do all the cooking and cleaning and he does the outdoor stuff and all the heavy lifting and it works for us. Okay, I love that. I love that. Mel says, oops, I like coffee dates. Yeah, coffee dates I think that's a good move right there. It's a lot of chatting could go on. Yep, no Kendra G. They were mean. Gave me flashbacks from being a fat girl. Yes, yes, yes. So you got to stay off of there. Stay off of there. Mel says good night to Taisha. I saw some other people saying that too. One time I met a guy for dinner. We sat there. I was so put off by him. I texted my cousin to get me because I didn't want him to know what I drove. I handed my keys to her husband and drove and drove the car to their house and we ran away. What in the what? You know, that reminds me, next Friday, I want us to talk about, first of all, I want us to have a drink. So it's Darium. You could drink water, you could drink a mocktail. I'm gonna have a mocktail next week. And I want us to we're gonna play another version of that game where we had to have the drinks, the mocktails and cocktails. But I also want to talk about some horrible dating stories. Like if you know of, and I'm gonna share some. Some of them are what friends I know, and one of them might be mine. And we're just going to talk about like what does that look like? What does that look like when you go on a terrible date? And what would you do? It's kind of like a what would you do type of thing. Because I just wonder, I just want to have some things in the back of my pocket. So when I'm dating, so it's Darium. Did you think Mia says, seems like you guys got a good 50-50 relationship. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Mia says, run. Yes. I have a glass of rosé, can only handle one half a glass. Okay, so yeah, I bet right now. So bring that next week, Mel. Mel's gonna have her rosé. I'm gonna have a mocktail. I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna have that next Friday. So yeah, we have to get together and talk about this. And I want to know, is Darium, did we answer your questions? Those were great questions you had. See, we need a guy's perspective. And Darium did tell us though we have too much masculine energy. And I know he wasn't saying it to us, but I have heard a lot of guys say that. And so I'm trying to bring the feminine out in every way that I can, right? I'm bringing that feminine energy out. Um, Darium said, "You answer. It's all stuff out that's out there on social media." Okay, okay. Yeah, I just wondered. Yeah, King Darium is an asset. We love having a man's point of view. But I always say a lady has the right to what? Change her mind. Change her mind. So this is how I feel today and right now. Who knows how I'm gonna feel in a couple days, next week. She said, I think King Darian was talking about me. Okay. That's too funny. But yeah, so yeah, that's the thing too. Now, Mel, you probably get this too, because when people consider you a nice looking person and you're not married, and this is for King Darium. So if you see a nice looking lady and they're not married or taken, do you think they're crazy? Because I have a feeling that people, a hurt dog will holler. I have a feeling that people think that when you're a nice looking lady or a nice looking gentleman and you're single, they think something is wrong with you. But we'll talk about that next week too. Because I've heard a lot of people say that, and I don't think that that's necessarily true. Have you heard that, Mel? Um, yeah, Mel is gorgeous. I wonder if she's been hearing, if she's ever heard that because she's single, that something's wrong with her. I was talking about I wasn't talking about anyone seriously. It was all anecdotal. Anecdotal. I get it. I get it. Um Mel says, yes, I've been married, engaged twice. So Mel, I haven't been married, but I've been engaged twice. So I'm with you on that. I'm one marriage behind. So you gotta come to my wedding, my next one, and then we can be relationship twins. It's not my next one, not my first one. I've never been married. I say my next one because remember my mom got married. I was in her wedding, but remarried, I should say. But it's Darium. Look at Kim K. Something's off. So yeah, people think when you're, a nice looking lady that something is wrong with you. What something is wrong with you. And I say it's not. I say it's not. But okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. I enjoy talking to you. Next week, I'm gonna remind you guys to bring a mocktail, cocktail, whatever, Darium. Bring a mocktail, cocktail next week. One of these days, I'm gonna surprise you guys, or you guys will surprise me, and we'll have some more guys here. But we love having you on, Darium. You are so helpful. It's nice to have a guy's perspective on all things, relationship wise. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye. Have a good night.